Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing? I am so excited for this video because we are going to be testing out a new collaboration eyeshadow palette. So that is going to be the just revealed Odens Eye and Angelica Hela's collaboration. This is the Hela palette or Hela palette. I haven't watched Angie's video just yet on it, so I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. It's something I will definitely be doing today, but I just wanted to go ahead and film with it this morning while I had some time, and I'm just so excited to try it out. So here's what the packaging looks like. I'll make sure to leave all the launch details for y'all down below. But this is the inside. It is so beautiful. There's just, a mixture of green, some pink, a little bit of purple. I definitely want to do some comparisons between this and the Club Nebula palette because I'm ride or die for the Club Nebula palette that Angie did in collaboration with Kaleidos. So we will do that at the end, but I figured today we could just go ahead and do some live swatches of everything and do an eye look. I'll kind of give you guys my thoughts so far. We can just ooh and ah over the shadows because these shimmers, especially this one, and this one, look extra special. Like, they look so sparkly and pretty. I mean, these two look pretty as well, but those look less sparkly than some of the other ones, but we'll just have to see. I mean, it looks so cute. So the very first shade is a matte called Rebirth, and it just looks like a really pale yellow. We've got Fluorescence, which is a metallic light green. Super pretty. Like I said, that one doesn't look as sparkly as some of the other shimmers, but you can see it still looks very foiled, very wet. We've got Underworld, which is kind of like a murky, grungy, yellow, green kind of shade. Slightly reminds me of Courtney from Divina. Okay, next we've got Decay, which is a neutral brown. I mean, it's a little bit cool tone, but that one feels so smooth and creamy to the touch. It actually feels so good. I love that color as well. We've got Golden Bridge, which is another metallic. It's another kind of yellowy green, but just a little bit darker than the previous. And then we've got Moss, another grungy green. This one just has less yellow in it, but it's super pretty. Okay, this next one I'm really excited about because it looks so pretty in the pan. This is called Venom, and it is a like mid-tone green. It just looks super pretty. I mean, I feel like you can see the sparkles less in the swatch than like I could see originally in the pan, but it's still so pretty. I was about to just swatch that. I forgot. We have two more shades to get. So we've got Ouroboros, which looks to be kind of like, it's actually kind of hard to describe. It is like a green, but it has like this like muted tint to it. And then we've got Wolf, which is a, I would say a camely brown. Okay, yeah, that looks so pretty. Now getting into the pinks, we've got Hela, which is a really pretty kind of just light pink matte. We've got Hellfire, which that one is definitely the chunkiest shimmer yet. It's kind of like a pinky peach metallic. And then we've got Goddess. This one is a little bit of a drier matte, but it's just a really pretty hot pink. Yeah, definitely a chunkier shimmer. I mean, I feel like you can kind of see that there, but so pretty. It looks super sparkly. I mean, look at that. I feel like that just all over the lid would be a moment. Next, another shade I'm super excited about. We have Double-Sided. This looks like such a pretty iridescent multi-chrome. It feels so smooth. So that one is like, oh gosh, it's so pretty. It has like a yellow, green, and orange shift. I feel like Odens Eye does an amazing job at their iridescent multi-chromes, especially in palettes. They're kind of killing it. We've got River, which, ooh, that's so pretty. It's a little bit lighter on my finger than it looks in the pan, but it's like kind of like a grungy berry base with a purple blue shift going on. We've got Soot, which is a deep eggplant purple. I'm living for that shade. I don't even know what to do today. I'm honestly torn. Oh, that is so pretty. Okay. Yep, I'm probably gonna do a purple look. And then last but not least, we have a black metallic, which has sparkles in it. Here's what it looks like. It is pretty. It's not normally like a shadow that I would gravitate towards, but I do like the texture of it. So that is the entire palette. I mean, swatched out, it looks absolutely stunning. I love both sides of the color story, like this side and the greens, like, oh, I don't know. It all looks so beautiful. I feel overwhelmed. I definitely need to do more looks with this ASAP, but I think this shimmer right here is just calling to me. Like, I need that on my eyes right now. So I think I'm gonna start off with that light baby pink matte, and I'm just going to throw that. Ooh, I'm gonna actually make sure that I don't have creases on my eye first. I did prime my eyes with the Anastasia eye primer, but I'm just gonna throw that through my entire crease to start off with. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more. I want it to be a bit heavier. I don't feel like that's a hard matte to do, but it is immediately blending really nice. And it has decent pigmentation for being such a light pastel shade. I have like a little spot on my eye right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. My kitten was like running and she like jumped on the couch and landed on my eye and left a little mark. So grabbing that pink on a large pencil brush, and I'm just gonna wrap that along the lower lash line. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go into the matte pink Goddess, or the hot pink I should say. Just picking that up on the same size brush, and I'm gonna start it off in my outer V. I don't even know, I might bring it like a little bit into my crease, but not too far. I think I'm gonna try and find the balance of this look being very pink and purple, but also still being kind of softer. Again, it's blending out really, really easily, and I'm gonna go back into that bigger pencil brush and just take that about halfway along the lower lash line. I feel like this is very Valentine's appropriate. Okay, now I'm gonna go into my big pencil brush and I'm gonna grab the eggplant purple. So excited about, because I love shades like this. It does have a little bit of kick up, but I'm just gonna go ahead and place that in my outer V. And then just lightly start blending it out. I'm gonna worry mostly about the shape that I want it in to begin with, and then I'll probably go into the bigger brush to blend it out a little bit better, but I am also connecting it to the outer third of the lower lash line. I think that looks really pretty. I mean, it looks so good. Like, it looks so smooth and no patchiness. So what we like to see. Okay, so once I have that mostly blended out, I'm just going in with the previous brush and just lightly going over that edge right there. Like, this looks so, so pretty. I'm kind of torn on the inner corner because, like, I want to use this shade, but I almost feel like I don't know that I'm gonna love it with this look. I might want to do that with the greens, and maybe I could do the peachy shade on the inner corner with this. Maybe I'll try that out. I'm just gonna grab it on a pencil brush and just pop that right here. Yeah, that's pretty. It's so sparkly. And just bring it along the lower lash line a little bit too. I feel like I really want to do a look with this brown, just like kind of all over the crease and the outer V, like built up, and then the peach on the lid. I think that would be cute and like super easy, just a quick two shadow look. Now, the moment we've all been waiting for, gonna go ahead and go into River. I think I'm just gonna grab it on my finger, and I'm just gonna pick up a little bit to start off with and just throw that on. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. It's funny because I feel like when I was looking at this palette, like, there's so many things calling to me, And this shade, like, originally, like, I thought it was pretty, but it didn't really, like, stand out. But on the eye and, like, swatched out and everything, I think it is just so beautiful. I did get a little bit of fallout. I don't know if you guys can see, just a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of color here and there, but I think overall it looks pretty good. I think I'm just gonna keep it pretty classic and go with a black liner in my waterline today, and then just going in with the Melt Supernatural mascara. So for blush today, as carefully as I can, I'm gonna go into that light pink. Just gonna be really careful because I don't want any of these other colors on my cheeks. Just throw a little bit of that on to match. And then I'm also going to take just a little tiny bit of Sydney Grace Pink Lightning Highlighter, like the tiniest amount, and just throw that on the tops of my cheekbones. Lastly, I just grabbed the Odens Eye lipstick in the shade Light Peach, and I'm just going to use that today. I figured having a little Odens Eye moment, may as well go for one of their lipsticks. My hair is kind of having a moment, so let's just pretend we don't notice that. The day to wash it is definitely tonight, but just wanted to go ahead and share with you all my thoughts so far on this palette. I feel like I really, really love how the look turned out. I think the color story is super, super cute. The metallics seem to all be really beautiful. I love the shade on my lid. I love the shade on the inner corner, and I can't wait to play with the rest. The mattes blended really nicely. I mean, it's kind of already what I've come to expect with Odens Eye formula. I feel like they just really, really perfected what they were doing, and their newer palettes are just so, so good, and I feel like their metallics and their duochromes, their multi-chromes are the same level as a lot of indie brands, what they're doing for single shadows. So when you put it all together in a palette, I feel like it is a good deal, to me at least. I feel like you are getting a lot of bang for your buck. So I'm really, really happy with it. Let's go ahead and compare to the Club Nebula. I don't think there's anything super similar, but I just want to compare because Club Nebula is so iconic. So here's what they look like next to one another. Between these two, I feel like we should compare the dark purples, probably the dark greens, maybe the two cool tone neutral browns, and then maybe the purple blue duochrome and the two peaches. I think that's about it. In fact, I kind of feel like these palettes would be complementary to one another, but here is the Odens Eye brown and the Kaleidos brown. Here's the Odens Eye deep green, Kaleidos deep green, which is actually a little bit more teal. Okay, here's the Odens Eye purple, Kaleidos purple. So you can see this one has a little bit more purple, this one has a little bit more red. Okay, these are so different, but here is the Odens Eye peach and the Kaleidos peach. I mean, this one is like a peach with a pink shift, so they come off as completely different. All right, and then here's the Odens Eye purple blue and the Kaleidos purple blue. So I feel like there's nothing super, super similar between them. All right, y'all, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you want to see more looks with this palette, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.